Do you believe in UFOs? How far would you be willing to go in body, mind, and heart to make contact? Would you be willing to lose yourself in that journey? One of self-discovery and wonderment? Over 50 years ago, Rob Freeman, with a self-made skywatching kit, saw the unexplainable right from the rooftop of his parents' house. His goal was simple: to try and communicate with them and document what he might see. That experience changed him. But even today, with a new, self-made high-tech skywatching kit, Rob's not a UFO hunter or some kind of an alien addict.
Getting brighter and then coming down, getting brighter.
He's just filled with childlike curiosity. Deep in his heart, he knows he needs to make contact. Why? This means something. This is important.
And it's the closest thing I've ever seen. Absolutely amazing. I'll never forget that. Never.
Over 3 years and across 10 countries, our mission was simple: to explore, experience, and document, and ultimately work towards understanding the evolving mythology of UFOs in today's world. It was an adventure of a lifetime.
I'd like to see something.
In February of 2015, after months of online research into CE5, we set out on a first-time 9-day exploratory expedition. Our first stop was Nevada's Area 51. And lunch at the Little Alien.
Should we maybe not do this?
Well, I would do it.
Even though it was exciting, driving up to the famed gate, soon our role simply became that of tourist.
The Area 51 Alien Research Center.
As we enthusiastically traversed the extraterrestrial highway in search of the unknown. Soon, we began our extended road trip to Phoenix, Arizona, to talk to Jeff Willis, who was a prominent videographer of the Phoenix Lights incident.
These lights come up.
Which was a prolific and mass UFO sighting.
Oh, I'm getting a series of lights right there.
Witnessed by thousands of people in 1997.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You gotta be Jeff.
Set my camera up.
Upon meeting Jeff, our minds were opened up even further, as he detailed multiple experiences he had with strange lights in the sky and in his home over an extended period of time in his life.
I usually videotape, stuff in the sky outside my backyard, and so I've shot like thousands of hours of video of UFOs. A dome disc-shaped object that's hovering, going real slow over my house. But what's weird is we saw an F-15 circle the area after we saw this event. Like it was like
So they knew all about it.
Yeah,
they just
they
can't
knew
say
about
anything
it.
to the public.
Exactly. You can't really get anywhere with it because it's an unknown. No one knows what it is. So that mystery kind of keeps it down in a way. I'll use my binoculars to try to identify what it is. At that point, when I'm looking in the binoculars, if I cannot identify this object, I'll turn on the camera and use the lens to zoom in and start recording.
He had also appeared on various TV programs where his footage had been deemed authentic, based on the fact that it could not be replicated through a series of real-time experiments.
Series of lights shaped in a V. Still, there was no real solid evidence, and then I searched for it on my own with my camera and pointed at the skies, and that's when I found the answers. They'd come again, just like they did when I was younger, to show me that they're physical. And it was almost their way of saying that relationship I had when I was a kid and that stuff is related to them now, and that's what these things are. in the sky. Like they don't just come out and tell you the whole story. They try to like link everything together.
It was this early understanding that building real science into the experience would be critical. It was also with Jeff that more discussions on CE5, or direct communicational contact between humans and extraterrestrials, began to unfold.
What sort of frame of mind would you recommend we get ourselves into to increase the chances of seeing something?
I would just say clear your mind and just concentrate on putting your energy out there that you want to have an experience.
Okay, so we'll do that. Just let everything go out of our mind
Yeah,
and invite the ETs or lights to come into our field of vision.
We also had our first in-the-field skywatching opportunity that did not yield any direct contact or results. We continued our road trip into California, where science fiction evolved into science fact, with our introduction to Hans Boysen.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I got it.
Hans mediates CE5 group skywatches in multiple locations throughout Los Angeles
It's gone.
One of those guys on there somewhere too.
and has dedicated countless hours to studying atmospheric anomalies, which was evident with a high-end telescopic unit that was poised for action right in his own backyard.
It's a 12-inch Meade along with an A6000. It's got a huge number of megapixels. Right here is the zoom. I think it starts with it's 24 millimeters, which starts at like 100 times. But you can actually turn this down to 8 times, about 400 times zoom and stuff like that.
You gotta love this one. It's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah,
We're bird
there it
watching.
goes. Good. Excellent. I use this one. This one is the one. It's 1-to-1, so I know exactly where. If I can catch it on here, I can catch it on my spotter scope. These pictures were blow-up pictures from the space shuttle. They ended up taking these pictures. This picture is number 92, and this picture is number 91. Now they're traveling at 17,500 miles an hour. Okay, so every second that they take a picture, it's about 5 miles. Okay, it's 5 miles a second. This is what
He introduced us to many of his science-based theories, like, for example, the sky above being like the ocean, also filled with many unidentified creatures.
And that's why I think that there is some sort of an atmospheric animal type of situation going on right now. And we don't see them. For some reason, they evolved this way. For some reason, Earth was not good enough for them. Or maybe they're just
live in
used.
the atmosphere.
Or maybe
See,
they actually live in the atmosphere. What do they eat? They eat plankton.
And that's in the atmosphere.
That's in the atmosphere.
Just like in the sea.
Exactly.
The whales gather up plankton.
Exactly. That's what these things.
So this
eat.
is like a sea up there.
Exactly. Like an astronaut. An astronaut will go, I swear, I saw a snake up there. Just because we can't see any fish, if we stick our head in the ocean and look around doesn't mean there's no fish.
Right, you look around, you may not see anything.
Right, exactly.
This is referred to as cryptozoology, and with that, more information was added to our research.
The one that looked like a corpuscle last night. We end up seeing something like that. I think a lot of people end up blowing off things like that. We have to see and try to duplicate what we end up seeing up in the sky. We have to look at the scientific aspect of things in order to make it valid.
Hans also discussed in detail what he refers to as indications of imitation when it comes to many objects in the sky, including balloons and birds.
It's called intuitive reasoning, and basically we try to using logically explain things.
Pigeonhole it into that.
Right, exactly. It's a form of agency. It's gotta be man-made. We try to fill in the blanks.
Based on our experience, what we
Exactly.
already know to be true.
Exactly. But I want to know, how many videos do we have to put out to prove this? It looks like it's as big as a helicopter, but
That's why we're down here this week.
don't.
But we don't know.
Yeah, but you
it has
don't
to be
know.
proven by math, by
Exactly.
triangulation,
Exactly.
and so on.
Picture is all
I put my polarized glasses on and see. It's so tiny, I can't see it.
We were invited to attend and experience CE5 with the LA UFO Channel Group. They were an incredible group of people, dedicated to the truest form of communication beyond our stars.
And I see this orb over me, and I just think to myself, this is a coincidence. And then it disappears into thin air. Focus your attention up, identify them. Some people just say, are you up there? As simple as that, and they get sightings. And give them whatever name you want to identify them with. I say beings in the sky because it's the most open thing I can think of to just contact anything out there. Rephrase all that over and over again, because telepathic communication is an emotional communication. Yeah, I'm getting the white orb. First one was going north, this one's going south. And they came out at the same time, so that's a good thing to show.
After I came for the first time, they told us about the meditation and how to do it. And I told him about it, and we started doing it together, and we've been seeing like a lot lately.
Oh, I see it. It's right there, yeah.
We learned the early techniques of creating those connections. But we were also technologically ill-prepared. We witnessed many anomalous objects in the skies over LA, but suffered from, look, it's a UFO, grab your worst camera syndrome.
Let's take a look at that one.
That's crazy.
Get some gold. Dropping the orb.
That is a really good one. That's the one that spit out the orb off the bottom.
Yeah.
Come out and say what you're experiencing, talk about it, and the more that we talk about it and communicate about stuff, we can find similar occurrences that we're experiencing. But if we're not talking to each other, if we're not saying anything, then there's no way we're going to actually be able to connect. So.
We were compelled to engage in a series of expeditions to California, including a special visit to Joshua Tree from February to December of 2015, to open up our understanding of CE5 as much as possible, as well as move our spotting and recording technology forward. These expeditions also involve more one-on-one talks with members of the LA UFO channel, many of whom had contact experience.
Only during that state of mind, during that peacefulness, I'm able to actually, whether project it or create it, whatever it is, then I believe that's the higher mind, my higher mind, whether it's me in a future state of a higher mind, or if that's my higher mind, if that's me somehow, I don't know. In reality, we all don't know what we are, what purpose is, or, people like to claim they know what it is, but I don't know. I really don't know, because I'm not going to say they're aliens. I'm not going to say I just call them anomalies, entities, beings, whatever I feel at the moment.
On a handful of these expeditions, we not only experienced a form of contact, but were also able to record these anomalies in high definition. One was jellyfish in shape, and recorded using a camera system with a 2,000 millimeter optical zoom.
How far is the other one above it?
Just over there. ¿Lo puedes grabar? Pónsela. Ahí tienes.
Oh, there we go. Uh-huh. I don't know, it's weird. It's like clear.
It demonstrated very unique aerial characteristics.
What is that?
It was changing shape.
Every time, whatever you ask for, you get it.
Is that an S?
Don't know what it is, but it was completely changing the whole time.
From Rob's balloon piloting experience, there was an understanding that the air currents are uniform at that level, and anything that would be moving along in those currents, all parts of the object, would all be moving at the same speed. Some scientists propose that there are low-density changing creatures in the atmosphere, or cloud animals, originating in interstellar gas clouds, so that they are, in effect, aliens without a native planet, able to swim through space. It remains as one of our more unique sightings.
What time do you guys fly in?
Well, we got in around 10 o'clock.
We also conducted live interviews with several UFO experiencers who not only detailed past sightings, but new unidentified objects also manifested themselves during our time with them.
Like the most amazing thing I've ever seen, I saw when I literally said, I'm not filming today. I'm not going to film anything. I'm not going to try. Even if I see anything amazing, I'm not even going to rush or stress. I'm just going to exist. It's right in between the little, from my angle, it's right in between those tiny lines, the fourth group. I could try to get it, but...
Want to try? Oh, I see it now.
Now it's in the second gap.
Just line it up to the wires. Is that
Which
your
way
height?
is it moving?
Wherever you
It's
see it. Which way is it moving?
north.
If you put on the wires, you'll see it.
Slightly.
So far away.
Can I zoom more, or is that...
That's max zoom.
Okay, here it is right there. Oh, it looks long. Now it looks like an orb.
Now it's more.
Yeah, now it looks like a rod.
Rod now?
Yeah, see? What do you guys think?
I'm so excited.
Ours makes noise too. We didn't try the audio in my house, did we, huh?
No, I wasn't even paying.
See here?
Look at that. Look at it.
It's the
Same thing.
It's the same one.
I think she's on a journey. I think she's special. I know that I'm a parent and that I love her and that I'm partial, but I see her as being just so unique, different. There's something up there, definitely.
We were able to record and discuss these sightings in detail, and our own investigative instincts started to form.
You barely see it on there. How can you see it with your own eyes?
I have really good eyes.
Yeah, like magic eyes.
Many of the experiencers have made it their life mission to share their experiences with the world.
And there it was.
And this in itself, we found to be very inspiring. On our last trip, we spent a considerable amount of time with Efren, who recounted many of his contact experiences.
Yeah, he saw the object. The first time I think is like a balloon or something, but no. When I started taking pictures, I said it's not a balloon.
He took the video too. He took stills and video. I took stills also. And what I got is I got a lot of angle of the craft. It seemed to spin like this, and I was in one spot. And as I was shooting, it was showing me all sides of it. It was bizarre. It was blinking really brightly and all that stuff too.
I started taking picture like this way. So, and I say it's moving slow this way. So I started taking. I saw the saucer over there, and so I think, oh, maybe I can get a good shot with the plane.
You seen a UFO?
Nice.
Yes.
More than one.
More than one, yes. And I'm pretty sure they're all around us. But it is hard to talk to everybody because there's a lot of non-believers. You're like, right there, right there. Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, they want you to think it's all science fiction. It's not.
Incredible what I saw. I go inside to ask my wife, say, hey, go outside. But she always, she want to stay inside. You're crazy. Okay. And she said, oh, this is a real UFO.
That sounds normal.
Because we're not crazy.
No.
It's an 8-inch telescope. Basically, I have a 3x Barlow setup with my DSLR camera and then a cable going to a 7-inch monitor. Historically, the way it's worked with the telescopes is you need an assistant to be able to do this and basically navigate and focus and make sure that it's in frame, right? And another one looking down here into the monitor, making sure it's in frame and focused. So it's still an experiment in progress. It's a work in progress, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. Today's the big experiment.
That's what he says here.
We always try to outdo each other, and filming with high definition. The next step is maybe a 4K type of stuff.
Everybody's following Efren around like the Pied Piper.
Do you see that one? It's pretty bright.
Oh, that was there, yeah. It's pretty bright.
That's bright.
As the sun set, we also recorded a bright object that was moving slowly below a mountain range.
It's at 1 o'clock. It's this circle, and it's at 1 o'clock. Here, you're gonna have to guide it. Right, have to guide it.
It's getting closer to the road.
Getting closer?
Come on.
There's no memory.
There we go.
No way.
Run.
No.
It's kind of going fading darker. Kind of red, and now it's fading.
It's gone. Where the hell did it go?
And it's gone.
What happened?
No, it's too late.
Where did it go?
Where did it go? It just blinked out.
How can it?
Before it hit the mountains, it faded out.
Did you get it out?
Yeah.
It faded. Oh, no way.
3 cameras.
3 cameras.
We saw something disappear. My biggest thing I always love to see, things disappearing, because then it shows you what the hell is it? It makes me think it's usually interdimensional if it disappears like that, or out of this reality or phase, whatever people want to call it, but not extraterrestrial or out of this earth, out of this reality, out of this dimension, how it just phases out.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Like now that you've gone through it, now that you've literally gone to...
I need a shower. I feel that we need to go to the next step. That this is great. We're getting spoon-fed some information here. We need to go to the next step and get with people that are doing this and just see what kind of things we can see, both during the day and in the evening, because there's a whole different set of objects that appear in the evening with lights and so on.
We truly felt that the ordinary were experiencing the extraordinary in the skies over California. We were hooked, and it was time to go to the next level.
So I've got it set for 5.6. I've got a 5-second exposure, and I've got it set for ISO 800. Okay, perfect. Okay, it's gonna hold open for 5 seconds. And here it goes again. There it is.
Using our new technology, we began to practice our contact and skywatching techniques in and around Toronto and Windsor, Ontario. Like any well-tuned skill, it takes real time and dedication to master that level of concentration.
I've also seen what you call the atmospheric, or what people call atmospheric animals in BC. The idea I got from my own thinking was that at the bottom of the ocean, the lower you go, they become clear, right? You know, or see-through, and they eat energy, you know, like plankton, or even like it seems like they eat light or heat. You know, they generate their own heat. So I figured, you know, the higher you go into the atmospheric ocean, the same kind of laws would apply. So they would become clearer or lighter and maybe live off the energy in the atmosphere.
As we discovered in California, to the naked eye, these objects just appear as a tiny pinpoint of silvery white light.
Okay, there it is right there, tiny little dot.
High up in the sky, like a day star, and they can be very difficult to find and track.
And all of a sudden I heard a plane going over, and I aimed my binoculars there, and I saw the plane, and it continued on. Camera attached to the binoculars, but it wasn't turned on yet. So by the time I got it turned on, and sort of now looking again for that sphere, it was gone. But it's really the first time that we've had a physical anomaly here during the day. So this is number 3 by myself, and the first one at this location. Okay, Bob, here's another thing too.
We invite you to make contact.
We are spotting and photographing them at 80 to 200 times zoom. They are likely up at 25 to 30,000 feet, but it's not known for sure. From early in life, we are intuitively taught to recognize certain objects in the sky in a typical way. For example, a bird, a balloon, a tuft of material, like a cotton ball. Most of our sightings seem to be ordinary rubber party or mylar balloons.
Anomaly here.
But upon closer inspection, we detected a few differentials. It could be the way it floats or falls, the shape and physical properties it exhibits.
Well, you know, it behaves a little differently than some of the anomalies we've seen. It is bobbing back and forth slowly, but not to the same way that we've seen some of these anomalies. Oh yeah, it's moving all around.
Typically, if it is an atmospheric anomaly, there will be one or more white orbs moving nearby also.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Right above that tree.
It's just floating.
Yeah, I don't think that's a balloon.
No, it's
It seems to be alive, you guys.
Are they physical, biological, or simply some kind of a plasma projection?
Just sitting right there for a long time.
Are they drones?
Try to zero right in here again.
A secret military application? All we know is that we don't know, but we'll continue to use the contact techniques and record, as well as continue to make contact with those who have also experienced this phenomena. Through a ufology Facebook post, we learned of a revolutionary telescopic technology. The Santilli telescope. Developed by Dr. Rogero Santilli, a specialist in theoretical physics, based out of Florida.
So we insert the head first.
And you have to do any more, or that's it?
That's it.
It's locked.
Very, very strong locks. This
Okay,
is American cutting-edge technology.
Awesome.
A new report had been published in the American Journal of Modern Physics. And the Santilli telescope was being used not only to detect antimatter light, galaxies, cosmic rays, and asteroids, but ITEs as well. ITEs being invisible terrestrial entities, or entities in our terrestrial environment that are invisible to our eyes.
Would you say you've become more interested in the terrestrial ones, or it's equal these days?
Both of them, they are very
interesting. Are these telescopes ones that are already built for other purposes, and you're just adapting them?
Yes, they're built for the ordinary view.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the
Wow.
this is the pair. Perhaps you can start seeing now. You can see the my point. You can arrange them in such a way they are symmetric. The position is a little bit down.
An investment was made in this telescopic system and would involve the integration of new, higher resolution 4K camera systems and monitors.
Wow, there it is.
That's an ITE?
That's an ITE.
There was a definite shift to really take our skywatching technical game up a full level.
This is with the Galileo telescope. We've aimed at that building and the water tower way over there. And then there's what it looks like with the Santilli Galileo system.
Now take a look at this one. That one has a ghost image. And so that one is a ghost image, but likely a second ITE too. Don't know.
This we not even call that flash of light. Yes.
We spent 4 days with Rogero on site in Pensacola, Florida, conducting a series of tests with both the 70mm and 150mm models of the telescope.
This is the base right here. All of this here and all of that.
Many across from the Naval Air Station. We learned a great deal about telescopes and lenses, and it broadened our technical understanding as well.
So the same one, we get two views of the same one, maybe? I don't know. We really have to study this. I remember studying in high school physics, the teacher created interference patterns because of the amplitude of the light, and so when you cross two,
you see the resonance effect.
much like this.
Yes, but they're all very, very sensitive to the position.
Exactly.
But some of them could be very, very far away. The distance cannot be ascertained.
If you look at the strength of the darkness there, look at how dark that one is compared to the others.
What they are, I do not know.
Many of our tests were both inconclusive as well as frustrating. We continued to use the Santilli telescope system in the field, visiting a handful of prime energy sites, like the Bruce Nuclear Generating Station.
This is the 70 millimeter. One's a Galileo and one's a Santilli telescope for seeing these things. So this one has a regular convex lens, this has a concave lens. And since antimatter light, the index of refraction is the opposite, in order to focus it onto an image, you need a concave lens. If it throws off antimatter light, it'll be seen and focused with this telescope, and we can record images. Once it gets dark, there has to be kind of dark, but you have to have some kind of light. I'm hoping that there's going to be background light. I do see some lights over there. This is the 150 millimeter. This is the Galileo, so this goes on this side over here. And we just tighten it up. This is the Santilli telescope. It's going to hook on the other side. Right here.
However, with no conclusive results, after over a year in the field, we had hit a crossroad.
Let's just see if something moves.
With both our overall research and skywatching. Over the course of several months, further online research was conducted. We were broadening our contact base and learning more about the overall phenomenon. We reached out to master skywatcher Allison Cruz from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
She has seen a lot of orbs at night. She's got a lot of night vision equipment and spectrometers and tri-field meters and so on, and she sees a lot of things. She's been doing this for a long time. And we are just now getting into night vision, and we've bought some equipment and we're going to use it tonight, and we're going to see what we're going to see. This is her river house. Okay, we're here. Let's go meet Allison.
From 2010 to 2013, Pittsburgh experienced a flap of sightings. Allison's UFO catalog is distinguished, not only for the volume of material presented, but for the quality of the optical systems used.
It's changing direction and stuff.
Allison has invested thousands of dollars of her own money to finance the purchase of optimized third-generation night vision monocular and broadcast series HD camcorder systems to produce documentation from her back porch and surrounding neighborhood.
I looked on the map, it's like right over where you're filming these things. And I said, well, maybe that's how they sneak down into the woods to later flare up. And I even caught them in night vision, and all it looks like they're dripping down, and all of a sudden they're doing that blinking stuff.
She also introduced and schooled us in the world of night vision recording using startup Gen 1 equipment.
I had the cheap one first, okay? I did the cheap one. I thought, I won't get that one. You could see maybe that duck in the dark. Oh, yeah.
We had the opportunity to meet and discuss with Allison many of her experiences and video captures.
Then it went to the opposite side, and it blinked like a plane.
Yeah.
And everybody got to see that.
It moves so fast. It moves so fast. Like and the impressive thing is how far that it traveled, in like an instant. I mean, it was completely quiet, and it was tumbling through the sky. Yeah, that was really awesome. I mean, it moves so fast. I'm a born skeptic, just like everybody else, so it was pretty spectacular that the very first time, I haven't even met you yet, and all of a sudden there was one right there, so it definitely piqued our interest.
Most of what I see them doing is like mining or taking samples. And in my area, it's all old coal mines. Whenever rotoplanes would come over, I would observe them. They would go back into that ball shape, and they would lower themselves down into the woods and wait till jets, helicopters went across. They'd come right back out, flare up again, turn back into that thing, and resume their pacing. For like 3 days, it was eerie quiet. Not even birds were chirping after that.
Okay, let's get some of our equipment out here.
So I actually came over one night, and with the night vision, I saw one in that tree line. And then the battery started going real dead real fast. And the next thing I know, we looked down, and I don't know, maybe 10 feet away, there was like a dim, dirty, yellowish light in that dark-ass woods. And that was all I needed to see. First thing that we saw, that when it dimmed down and blinked like a plane, we dismissed it. We dismissed it immediately, even though it was outrageous, that outrageous bright. Still, when it dimmed down, it blinked like a plane. But
it was copying.
It was mimicking.
One of our expedition highlights was experiencing and recording, all in real time, one of these fake planes emerging and circling above an area where old coal mines used to operate.
I can see it with my naked eye.
Yeah, here.
I can't really even see it on this one.
Oh, is there another one? He's gonna go bright
flashing.
again. There's a second one.
He's moving over to that second one.
Look, 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 look.
Oh, did you see the thing go by it?
That's it, that's it. Yeah. No, that low bright one. Can you see it?
Now this one I'm tracking is gonna go behind this tree.
But wasn't that crazy how bright it went?
Oh,
before it turned?
yeah, it went right by it.
Here it goes. He's going. He's going. Look, look, look.
No, look at him. He's bright.
Real
gone.
fast, he'll blink like a plane.
Yeah.
If he's really fast, he'll blink like a plane and say, I'm done morphing. And now I'm in fake plane mode.
Yep, now he's in fake plane mode.
And he's moving like a plane.
And faster, like
and
a plane.
he's faster now, and he's going to the left.
Yep.
Flaring up.
It was even more information for the ever-growing file on what kind of energy source could possibly draw extraterrestrials to Earth.
It looks like swirling plasma even in the night vision.
He's gone. No.
Now it pretends to be a plane. See?
Yeah. Now he's in
Look.
fake plane mode.
So, okay, that's manual gain control. So that's the magnifier. This is just 1:1.
Okay.
And I think this is like 3:1 or something.
Okay.
So it just pushes on.
Oh,
okay.
sweet.
So you just press down until it happens.
One side. You did it, Rob.
geez.
Oh my
Done.
God, you did it. Did you see those
Yeah.
pipes?
The pipes were
Did
ridiculous.
you see those pipes at
Oh no,
work?
they exploded.
Further online research drew us to experiencing the legends of Mount Shasta firsthand. One such legend is that there is a hidden sacred city beneath its peaks.
All right, let's pick up Leon.
On this expedition, we were also joined by Leon Valverde, who Rob had met at a CE5 workshop.
We've just categorized them all as foreign, so by definition we call them ETs, we call them extraterrestrials.
Leon performed human-initiated contact experiences with extraterrestrial civilizations, and we felt he would be an amazing addition for this particular expedition.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, perfect. We've got tips on all the other spots that we can go to also.
Well, we'll see what it looks like too. It's perfect for daytime stuff too. Get a little bit of the shade here.
We lodged very close to the mountain itself, so we could even do viewing right from the balcony of where we were staying.
Of course, the thermoscope right here. And of course, night vision as well. There's a lot of people that claim to have good luck using this technique. Well, I'm just setting up each camera here so that they're all focused on the same thing. In other words, the middle of the screen is the same for each camera or scope. So that when we see one thing, we see an object in the sky, on this camera, I can count on it being in the middle of the thermoscope, I can count on it on being in the middle of the night scope, and it will be in the middle of this piece
Calibrating. You're calibrating.
I'm calibrating.
It's the equivalent of entering a sacred site for people.
Okay, we're gonna lift this onto the tripod.
You got it?
Well, I'm gonna need a hand over at the tripod.
We made camp at the base of Mount Shasta, and with Leon's guidance and teachings, we opened up our minds further.
So the plane was what drew my attention, and I thought I was on the plane with thermal, but it sure wasn't acting as a plane because it was going across like this, and all of a sudden it went and curved right around behind the mountain.
There's gonna be a laser battle. Is that a plane up there? Flashing up over here, guys, to the left. To the left of me. Like right up here, right where I'm pointing. I got something. It's not a plane. It's gone. I got it though. I got something. It flashed and then it was gone. Right there. Is that a plane up there? That's why I said it, because I said, is that a plane up here?
Yes, it's very sharp. Different from the stars that are.
Yeah, and I'd like to download that into my computer and go frame by frame.
Oh yeah, frame by frame, Rob, for sure.
Maybe other things involved
And
with it.
see how long the duration of the flash was, and then compare it to the next flash and see how long the duration of that flash was as well.
Count the frames.
And you can see how it's clearly brighter than the stars.
Brighter than the stars.
It's very bright.
They're gonna play. I'm telling you right now. They're gonna start up in a second here.
Oh, there's another.
I got it.
Did you get
Yes.
it? You got it again.
It was right there. It came in the corner of my frame.
You got it, too.
Yes, I got it.
You got it.
They're gonna start up in a second here. Right there. I got it. Yes. Boom, and it happened within a second.
Too coincidental.
Too coincidental. That's the indication. There. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah, that's it.
I hate to say it, but it looks oval shaped too.
Could be moving. The green is night vision.
That's nuts. This place is alive. They love the games. They love that you guys are playing right now. That's fantastic.
You captured it.
Mick captured it.
Mick nailed another one.
You nailed it. You McNabbed it.
I McNabbed it. Man.
I'm Ron. Leon. Nice to meet you.
Kelly, nice to meet you.
Come on in, you guys. He's not far, because I didn't know where.
We had the opportunity to meet and interview Brian Wallenstein, author of Mount Shasta Sightings. His book synthesizes the local phenomena to the larger pattern existing on our planet that can only arrive at the startling conclusion that we are not alone.
A lot of the stories from people here are really good, but I also use it to bolster my own sightings, because all that, the thing is that whatever we do can help confirm other people's sightings, especially if they're fairly amazing.
And that the seeming agenda of these mysterious friends is one of helping planet Earth's children remember their origins and find a deeper connection to our galactic home.
The ETs were the third laser.
And some of them would come low enough down, and it was the cigar-shaped ones where the cigar would be vertical with a row of lights around them that would flash. I think that UFOs and all this stuff is nothing more than a teaser to get people to start looking at something much more profound within themselves. I really believe that people are trying to commune with your source, whatever you want to call it, universal mind, truth. There's something that's drawing you from within.
We want to make contact.
My opinion is that that's people's search. It's kind of like searching for the path back home through the trackless desert.
You feel closer to the clouds up here?
Brian also provided us with specific skywatching coordinates based on his findings so we could set up an effective camp. We experienced and recorded distinct anomalies during our stay there.
An airplane would never fly that low.
Wow, good job.
An airplane would never fly that low between here and the distance of Shasta.
It's weird that it did, right?
Good job, though, Rob.
Oh, there was another one going the other way that I didn't get.
Yeah, see? It's coming fast, right? That one, see?
The study of UFOs is often thankless work. To perform the truly thorough investigations, it's irrelevant whether or not there's a belief that extraterrestrials have really visited Earth. All a person needs is a rigorous scientific mind, perseverance to investigate doggedly, and a sensitivity for the falsehoods. To date, there's absolutely no solid evidence that meets the standards of scientific proof that UFOs exist. So it would come down to an extraterrestrial walking up to one of us, shaking our hand and saying greetings, all while the world watches on. Until that happens, deep down, people just want to believe. Even if you have an open mind and realize there has to be more to the universe than human beings floating on our own little rock, to see and experience something like this is captivating. It's inspiring. It's life-changing. It shows you that there's truly more out there. When you experience it with others, it brings you together, and it unites people through truth and hope. Even if you only see it once, it changes you. Now, go outside with your friends, family, all those you love, and look up into the sky. Together, we will find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Together, we will make contact. I'm waiting patiently. For the coming rains. It's easy to forget. It's hard to remember. Just